Tonight, the nation's 4th longest winning streak is on the line as the Wolverines of Utah Valley host the Huskies of Houston Baptist. All the action's coming up next. You got a front row seat right here on UVU TV. Welcome to the UCCU Center in Orem, Utah, where tonight the Wolverines, 18-10 on the season, riding an 11-game winning streak, 4th best in the nation, take on the Huskies from Houston Baptist. Hello again, everybody. I'm Jim McCullough along with Matt Peterson. All right, despite the winning streak, the bad news, Wolverines haven't played in 10 days. You guys get rusty, right? Yeah, it's been a long layoff for the Wolverines. I think it's going to be important for them to get off to a really good start, because when you're this late in the season, you're not used to 10 days off. And so, right, Wolverines are going to, they've had a lot of practice time to prepare for this game, so the start will be important. So when you played, 10 days off was like a vacation? Well, it was nice to some degree, because, yeah, you had a lot of time off, but you had 10 days of practice. And so there was a lot of work that was going on during those breaks and layoffs. So I think the Wolverines will be excited to get out and play. 10 days ago, the Wolverines won their 11th game in a row as they beat Montana Tech. It was a pretty good game that night by a whole lot of different Wolverines. Yeah, the Wolverines played great as a team. Really good effort from Ben Aird, from Holton Hunsaker, and also from Isiah Williams. We see the highlights here. A lot of really good plays, a lot of really good effort from the Wolverines. They did come away with the victory. Montana Tech fought pretty hard coming back in that game, but the Wolverines did some nice things there at the very end to close it out. And, once again, it was a total team effort. Ben Aird had a career-high 25. Now, let's look at the Great West Conference standings. The Wolverines on top, unblemished at 7-0. Houston Baptist, quite frankly, just relegated to the role of spoiler. UVU, with 3 games to play in the conference, can clinch a tie for the regular season championship with a win tonight. Yeah, all the more important. We've talked about it all season long in these conference games, how important a home victory is and how important it is to play well at home. The Wolverines have worked so hard this year, 7-0 in the conference. They're sitting atop the standings. Everything is going in their favor. So the one thing that they cannot do is take Houston Baptist for granted, because, as you said, they're going to try and come in here and spoil the Wolverines' perfect conference record. All right, let's take a look at the key players for tonight's game. First of all, Ben Aird. Yeah, Ben Aird coming in, averaging 10.4 points per game, recently named the Great West Conference Player of the Week. And we could argue, Jim, I think he's playing the best basketball we have seen in his 2 short years. For Houston Baptist, we've got Art Bernardi, averaging 12.1 points per game, 71% free throw shooter, and averaging almost 5 rebounds a game. So these 2 players, Ben Aird and Art Bernardi, we're going to have to pay attention to them tonight, and we think that they'll have a pretty good impact. All right, so keys to victory for both teams tonight, Matt. Yeah, well, we'll first take a look here for the Wolverines and what we see as the keys to their victory. Number 1 is they're going to have to create turnovers. They play so well when they get that defense, and they're able to turn turnovers into easy offense. They've got to put some good pressure on Houston Baptist offense, and when they get to the free throw line, make their free throws. For Houston Baptist, offensive rebounding is going to be a key. Give them those second chance opportunities. On the road, it's so important to control the tempo of the game. And when the Wolverines are at home, just as the Wolverines want to make their free throws, the Huskies want to stay out of foul trouble themselves and not put the Wolverines at the line. So throughout the game,
you know, these keys are going to play out, and you know, whoever does better with their key, I think will come out the victor.
Easier said than done.
Easier said than done.
The top 2 scoring teams in the conference going head to head. We're going to take a break. Back with more Costa Vida pregame show, your starting lineups, and your opening tip. It's all coming your way right here on UVU TV.
I'm Joe Luce, an anthropology student at UVU, and this is my classroom. At UVU, I'm sharpening my mind and my skills.
I'm Patty Garcia, a geology student at UVU, and this is Engaged Learning. At UVU, I'm learning by doing.
Back in Orem, Utah, Houston Baptist in the house to take on the Wolverines of Utah Valley. Houston Baptist 9-17 overall. Utah Valley 18-10. They come in here on an 11-game winning streak. Houston Baptist, well, they're 2-5 in conference. They are coming off a 7-point win over NJIT, a team that gave Utah Valley all they wanted. Starting lineups for Houston Baptist tonight. Anthony Hill starts at guard, a 6-foot junior from Plano, Texas. Anthony Hill averaging 6.2 a game for the Huskies of Houston Baptist. Terry Bembry, who had 17 points the first time these two teams played, 6'7" senior out of Houston, starts at forward. Joe Lattis starts at center, senior, 6'11", 275 out of Cleveland, Ohio. Tyler Russell at guard, a freshman, 6 foot from Goodyear, Arizona, and Marcel Smith at guard, 5'6" freshman from Detroit. That's your starting lineups for Houston Baptist, 2 seniors, 1 junior, and 2 freshmen. Houston Baptist, 34th in the nation in scoring at 75.4 points a game. That's best in this Great West Conference. Utah Valley second best in the conference at 69. So between these two, you got the top 2 scoring teams in the conference going head to head. The difference might be, Matthew, that Utah Valley has the #1 scoring defense in the conference, giving up only 66.
Yeah, I think that's the real key. You know, when you compare those figures, whether it be points per game or points against per game, you know, obviously the defense that the Wolverines play is their strength. And you know, what's going to give tonight, we'll definitely see whether it's going to be the offense of Houston Baptist you know, overpower the defense of the Wolverines or vice versa. So you know, that's something we talked about in the keys to the game. Wolverines are going to have to put some pressure on Houston Baptist offense.
8th time these two teams have ever played one another. UVU with a 5-2 lead in the series. Houston Baptist 9-17 on the season. Utah Valley 18-10, 11 straight victories. That's a school record and the 4th best current winning streak in the nation. At forward, Alfonzo Hubbard gets his just 3rd start of the season. He's the junior out of Gallup, New Mexico. 6'4" junior, averaging 7 points a game. Starting at the other power forward position, a senior from Bellflower, California, 6'6", Keith Thompson, averaging 9 points a game. Starting at center, Ben Ayer, the sophomore from Bountiful, Utah, coming off a career-high 25 points. He's averaging 10.4 a game, 4th in the conference in rebounding. From North Salt Lake City, at guard, Holton Hunsaker starts at guard, averaging 10.3 a game. And the All-American Isiah Williams at the shooting guard spot. He's the senior from Chicago, Illinois, averaging 15.7 a game, 2nd highest scorer in the Great West Conference. Isiah Williams, Holton Hunsaker, Alfonzo Hubbard, Keith Thompson, and Ben Ayer, your 5 starters for the Wolverines. 2 seniors, 1 junior, and 2 sophomores. And yes, Geddes Robinson's streak of 58 straight starts comes to an end tonight. Geddes, a senior from Bronx, New York, will be coming off the bench tonight. And we just got word Utah Valley's going to be playing a little bit shorthanded because just before they went to the locker rooms after their pregame shoot-around, Rory Fanning came over and whispered in my ear, he can't go tonight. He's got a bad back. He's wearing a back brace.
Yeah, it's definitely going to put the Wolverines in a little bit of a hole inside because of the post presence that they have. So we'll see who they sub in. You know, other players are definitely going to have to come in and play well.
Ronnie Cottrell, the coach at Houston Baptist, 21 seasons he's been there, 406 and 270. Meanwhile, Dick Hunsaker, the coach at Utah Valley, been here for 10 years with 185 wins here at Utah Valley. We're underway at the UCCU Center, Utah Valley and Houston Baptist. Great West Conference action here on UVU TV. Ben Air takes it straight to the hole. Going up against their big man, that's Joe Lattis. He is ginormous.
Yeah, this is something, the very first play that we see there is an isolation play for Ben Air. They try and get him the ball just under the free throw line and clearly trying to isolate him against Joe Lattis there. Ben got a good shot, but as you see, Joe is a big man, and it's going to be tough for Ben to, you know, go through him or get shots off.
Joe listed at 6'11", 275 pounds. He did not start against UVU in the first game. He's got the ball inside. When he gets it, it's usually really close like that for an easy two.
Yeah, he's the one that came over for the double on Alfonzo Hubbard there and was able to deflect the ball, and then he just ran straight down the middle of the court and gets rewarded. He was the first player down. The Wolverines never able to get back in their transition defense.
So Houston Baptist draws first blood. Isiah will take a three. Isiah collides with the official, hit the deck hard on the far sideline, or on the near sideline rather, as TV cameras look at it. The three coming from outside. Houston Baptist showing off they've got some outside shooting.
This is that start that we talked about for the Wolverines. You know, you have 10 days off, you're not in that rhythm that you're normally used to, and Houston Baptist has come out with the energy that the Wolverines needed to have.
Hubbard with the rebound on the miss. First time these two played, lead changed hands 10 times. First foul of the game going to go against Lattis inside.
Yeah, you get this post up here. We've seen that one play earlier with Alfonzo Hubbard posting up, and Houston Baptist looks like they're going to take that strategy of trying to double team. You see Alfonzo Hubbard making a nice dish off here as you see sees Ben Air open on the baseline, and nice job of Ben going up strong there. So you know, whenever the Wolverines get in the post, look for Houston Baptist to come over and double team, and look for the ball to be kicked out or to be passed around and swung to the open man as Houston Baptist tries to recover.
Ben Air gets the Wolverines on the board, coming from the stripe. And we've talked about Ben has really improved his free throw shooting this year. 73% coming in here. Just got an excellent touch for a 6'10" guy. Wolverines down by 3. Long 2 outside. Hunsaker pulls down the rebound for UVU. Hanging jumper goes down for Holton. UVU down by just 1 now.
That was kind of a nice two-man game there. You had Isiah Williams and Holton on the wing. Isiah comes up to set the screen, and Holton takes it away from the screen and shoots the jumper. But yeah, nice two-man game there, getting the 2 guards involved.
Well, looks like UVU's got a chance to take their first lead of the game. Hubbard looks for help. It's aired. Nope. Hubbard's follow won't go. And the Huskies pick it up. Tyler Russell. Back over left side for the jumper from Bembry. Bembry had the hot hand down in Houston. Terry Bembry had 17 points. And there's your first lead for UVU.
And Nice job of crashing the offensive glass there from Alfonzo Hubbard. Holton with the aggressive quick move there. Didn't get the shot to fall, but a nice job of Alfonzo being aggressive afterwards.
Keith Thompson blocks the shot inside. It will belong to the Wolverines. So the Wolverines trail early, 5-0. Now a little 6-0 spurt puts them on top. Zach Jones making his first appearance. Ben Aird takes a rest, and now you see, without Rory available to go in, Zach being called upon.
Yeah, and a quick substitution there. This is a smaller lineup. We haven't seen this lineup very much for the Wolverines throughout this season. You know, Zach is the tallest player that's on the court right now, so see what they do offensively. Maybe they try and post up some other players, or you just got to remain aggressive.
Keith Thompson finds the opening. Nice move.
Nice move getting to the middle of the paint. I like what he did there. He didn't panic. You know, he didn't force up a shot when he could have. He read what the defender was doing, used a nice pump fake, and was able to go up and under for the finish. So long, it just seemed like he was able to stretch to the basket.
Baseline jumper goes down for Anthony Hill. That stops a Wolverine 8-0 run.
And this is some pressure we've seen, almost a little bit of token pressure. We talked about Houston Baptist needs to control the tempo of the game. They're trying to put a little bit of full court man-to-man pressure on the Wolverines and slow down, you know, after a make, slow down their transition offense.
Ball slapped away. Isiah tracks it down. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Floater from the All-American will not go. Zach Jones yanks down the rebound. KT for three. Bottom.
Yeah, Keith made that shot. We give a lot of credit to the interior rebounding from Zach Jones there. He was the one amongst four Huskies inside that came down with the ball. He's got length. He does a nice job of getting offensive rebounds for himself.
Coach Dick Hunsaker this week called Keith Thompson one of his most athletic players he's ever coached here at UVU. That's high praise.
Yeah, and you can definitely see it. I mean, his athleticism is top notch.
Long jumper that time from Bernardi. Wolverines lead is just 2 at 11-9.
Yeah, normally we see Holton Hunsaker bringing the ball up, but we've got Isiah Williams. He's a very capable ball handler. You know, he's able to get them into their offense, and you see what he can do creating as soon as he gets the ball across half court.
Keith Thompson, I don't think he was expecting the pass that time.
He wasn't, but he caught it and made a quick move.
Scoop shot. Zach Jones gets the rebound. There's a three. Holton Hunsaker nails that one. And Coach Ron Cottrell has seen enough. He wants to take a timeout before Utah Valley can get out of sight here. 7-point lead.
See the long three-point shot here from Holton. And I think Coach Cottrell was very upset that his players didn't get back in transition. You see the Wolverines have pretty much a 3-on-1 there. But, you know, there's no easier shot in basketball, well, besides how far out it is. But when you're able to come down, have so much space, and you're able to just rhythm yourself into a jump shot. We see Holton do that often, and Isiah do that often as well. We get the long three-point shot here from Keith Thompson on the previous possession. But Wolverines have definitely put together a nice run here, you know, spurred by their defensive efforts.
If you joined us late, Geddes Robinson did not start. Alfonzo Hubbard starting in his place. Ben Aird did start, but he's already on the bench. Zach Jones getting some minutes early. Inside. And Art Bernardi got a little too anxious on that one. Traveled the call. That'll bring us to our first timeout. We'll take it with them. 13:46 left, first half. Wolverines by 7 here on UVU TV.
Utah Valley University. Your life, your beat, your university.
Wolverines out rebounding Houston Baptist right now 10-3, and they lead at 16-9. Keith Thompson, 7 of the Wolverines' 16 points. Wolverines looking for their 12th win in a row. A victory here will clinch no worse than a tie, or will mean the Wolverines can finish no worse than tie for first place in the regular season for the Great West Conference regular season championship. They can't clinch it outright tonight. They'll have to wait till Saturday against Texas Pan Am. But first things first. These two played in Houston less than 3 weeks ago. It was a 2-point game that time. UVU coming out on top.
Yeah, nice play there coming out of the timeout. The Wolverines isolated Isiah Williams, ran an isolation play for him at the elbow, kind of spread out the other players, and a nice jump shot there from Isiah.
So the Wolverines have doubled them up. The drive. Zach might have got a hand on that one on the putback. Isiah for 3. 21-9.
Yeah, there's that rhythm shot that we were talking about. Just like Holton was able to rhythm a shot, you know, Isiah rhythm right into his shot there and made that look easy.
The biggest lead by either team in the first game was just 8 points. UVU loves playing at home. Inside, Tyler Russell looking for an avenue, can't get it. He'll shoot 2. His first foul against the Wolverines is called on Isiah Williams.
We've seen a couple good things defensively. We'll see, you know, Tyler Russell go up here. Look at all the Wolverines coming over to help. Obviously a foul was called, but you see Keith Thompson dumping down in. You see Zach Jones coming over for the help defense, and you see Isiah. I believe he was the one that got called for that foul, but you know, good help defense, good awareness, collapsing to the man who's in the paint. Always have to be aware of kickouts in that situation, and if you're guarding a 3-point shooter, but you know, good awareness for team defense there and good help defense.
Hunsaker takes care of the pressure. Isiah got the hot hand. Hubbard with the follow. Alfonzo Hubbard's got his first 2.
Yeah, nice job once again. Wolverines very active early on. Alfonso's been very active on the offensive glass, and it makes the game so simple when you can get those easy baskets, those easy putbacks just off of those offensive rebounds. Good defense there once again from Zach Jones.
Houston Baptist basketball. All right, HBU it is. 8 minutes gone here at the UCCU Center. Hubbard got it from behind. I think everybody was surprised there was no foul call.
Yeah, from our angle, looked like a pretty good block, and a nice job of Alfonso swiping there at the last minute.
Just under 12 minutes to play here, first half. Wolverines out in front, 23-11.
Welcome to Utah Valley University, home to an educational philosophy that engages its students in hands-on, practical education. I invite you to learn more about one of Utah's largest, fastest growing, and most dynamic universities.
Dawn is breaking at Utah Valley University. 33,000 students are descending on campus. What are they after? Knowledge? Opportunity? They might be pursuing an MBA, an automotive certificate, or a bachelor's degree in philosophy. But despite their different paths, they share a common understanding.
53% shooting for Utah Valley, as we mentioned. And just like that, Utah Valley with second turnover of the game.
Yeah, we get Ben Aird back in the game there. Tried to do a little bit of a high-low offensively with Alfonzo Hubbard. Just tough angle there to pass it inside, but Alfonzo comes away with a nice steal here.
Weaving his way in, he didn't get there, but he was fouled. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, see Alfonso going in hard here on the transition offense play. Able to avoid the defense there of Tyler Russell. Took the ball up and over. Really nice move there in transition.
Alfonzo Hubbard at the free throw line, misses the first one. Lattice back into the game.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to get this lineup in this matchup here of whenever Ben Aird's in the game, they're probably going to try and match up with him with Joe Lattice and get him in the game here.
Well, first few minutes were foul free, but now lots of fouls being called.
Yeah, Alfonso trying to fight around and get around the post inside, not able to do so.
Evans with it. Works inside to Lattice. Working against Ben, who's back into the game. That was Marcus Davis, their leading scorer. Does not start lately. Didn't start this game. Comes off the bench, still averaging 12 points a game. Missed his first one. And look at Hubbard fighting for it inside. Can't get it to go.
Yeah, once again, another offensive rebound. Nice offensive rebound from Alfonso.
Ben Aird attempting the block. Instead is going to send Art Bernardi to the free throw line.
Yeah, Wolverines are having a little bit of difficulty as we see the replay here. You see Art Bernardi's down there in position, and you get the bigs for the Wolverines coming in late, and that instance Ben forced to foul, not able to get back in transition there. It's been a little bit of a problem so far in this game is the transition defense for the Wolverines, especially the post players getting back and getting in position and ready, and we've got Geddes Robinson subbing into the game.
So Geddes Robinson, who prior to tonight had started 58 straight games for the Wolverines, all 30 last year and all 28 prior to tonight, makes his first appearance about 9 minutes into this one. He gets his first offensive rebound. Geddes Robinson, one of the best rebounders in the nation, 19th this week in the NCAA stat book, averaging 10.1 rebounds a game. But offensively, he's number 8 in the nation as far as offensive rebounds go.
Yeah, we're going to see.
Wolverines turn it over.
Yeah, nice defense there, forcing Keith Thompson way out on the perimeter, not able to get the pass through. But we'll see Geddes Robinson, his presence on rebounds or with rebounds, both offensively and defensively. It's really fun to watch how aggressive he is and how competitive he is when that ball's coming off the rim.
Wolverines on the run. Aird can't get it to go. HBU turns it over back the other way. Watch Keith Thompson on this one. You saw Isiah take a quick glance to his left, and we knew what was coming.
Yeah,
there.
you saw that coming from when they stole the ball at the free throw line, and they had 70, over 70 feet to go. You knew that play was coming. Nice job of timing there. Isiah not passing it too early, and Keith obviously hustling down, but a well-executed transition play there.
Wolverines all over Houston Baptist. 25-12. Wolverines actually trailed by 5 in this game. It was 5-0 to start with. Keith Thompson, after that acrobatic move, Marcus Davis playing a little tighter defense on it. Here you
see the replay here. You see the pass there from Isiah. It was right when Marcus Davis committed to Isiah. You saw him dribbling that ball up, waiting for Marcus Davis to come over, and at the moment that he committed to Isiah, Isiah lobbed that ball up. Just perfect timing and good results there for the Wolverines, and fans are pleased to see that alley-oop.
Wolverines just 2 games left after tonight. Texas Pan Am just 48 hours from now, and then next weekend on the road to finish out the regular season at North Dakota. Both of those conference games. And the conference tournament coming up in Chicago. There's Big Lattice. And there's not many people that the Wolverines have played this year that make Ben Aird look small. Lattice does.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Lattice is a big guy.
Holton Hunsaker with the floater. It's a 15-point lead to the guys in white. Evans. And looks like he's going to shoot 2. That one's going to be called. Big Ben.
Yeah, you see Evans with the nice drive there, able to get by Holton, and Ben comes over for the rotation just a little bit too late there. But a nice effort coming over. Ben's going to pick up his 2nd foul there, but good awareness coming over to help. Just a little bit too late on the rotation there and forced a foul.
In the first matchup between these two, back on February 4th, Ben Aird had a career night, at least rebounding-wise. He had 14 rebounds. That's his career high. Kevin Woods, senior, makes his first appearance for the Wolverines. Kevin's a senior out of Bloomington, Illinois. Missed a lot of games this season due to an injury. Here comes lone freshman on the Wolverine team, Will Sinclair, freshman out of Australia, 6'9". Will doesn't get to see a lot of minutes because of all the talent playing in front of him. Very interesting substitution pattern tonight for the Wolverines, to say the least.
Yeah, and you definitely see probably in this situation when Ben gets those fouls and is in a foul situation, you see Rory Fannin come in, but as he's not able to play, you have to make some adjustments, and this will be great experience for Will, and I know he's going to be excited to be out there.
KT can't get it to go. Lattice with the rebound. Evans now will feed it into Lattice, back to Evans. Oh, nice ball movement and a block by Keith Thompson. HBU looked like they had run the play they wanted. KT, right spot, right time.
Yeah, Keith, nice job of rotating over, coming off of his man. He's a great weak side blocker. When you don't expect him to come across and attempt to block or attempt shot pressure, he's there in an instant, and that's an instance there where he was able to come over from the weak side and get a great block.
Isiah, front rim on the tray. It'll be Houston Baptist basketball when we get back from this break. 27-13, Wolverines out by 14.
I'm Joe Luce, an anthropology student at UVU, and this is my classroom. At UVU, I'm sharpening my mind and my skills.
I'm Patty Garcia, a geology student at UVU, and this is Engaged Learning. At UVU, I'm learning by doing.
Wolverines looking for victory number 19 on the season. If so, that would give them back-to-back years, back-to-back seasons where they have won 19. They were 19-11 last year. They've still got 2 regular season games left and at least 1 game in the conference tournament, so plenty of chances.
Yeah, and the Wolverines are playing great right now. You know, we've talked a lot about this winning streak that they're on, but they played well tonight. They want to continue playing, play their best basketball, playing their best team basketball going into that conference tournament, because that's really what matters. You can win you can really win the regular season conference, but you want to pick up the victory in that conference tournament.
Slicing through is Anthony Hill.
Houston Baptist kind of spread the floor there, was able to get into the hands of their perimeter players, did some dribble handoffs around the perimeter, and just trying to get their players coming around those dribble handoffs with a lot of speed, and that's what happened there for Anthony Hill.
Hubbard tried to feed it to Sinclair, but Isiah there to pick up the loose ball and put it in.
Yeah, good things happen for the Wolverines when they get Alfonzo Hubbard in the post. He looks so comfortable down there. I think that pass was meant for Will, but Isiah in the right place and able to convert. Probably not what they had in mind, but they got it done.
Big Lattice with the rebound, lost it, out of bounds. Are they going to say it went off for Wolverines, or the Huskies are going to give it to the Wolverines? Will Sinclair getting some playing time because his good friend Roy Fannin not able to go tonight due to a back injury. As soon as we say that, Zach Jones checks in for Will.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of rotation tonight. The Wolverines have moved guys in and out, and a lot of post players. So it's been good to see. It's going to be good for these players that do get in the game. You know, Will not normally getting time, and also Zach Jones getting some important playing minutes also.
Look at Zach. Couldn't get it to go. It was a heck of a move. Houston Baptist back quickly. Smith. Coming up on 6 minutes left here, first half. Driving in, Marcel Smith, all 5'6" of him, freshman out of Detroit.
Nice drive there from Marcel. You had number 24, Terry Bemby, coming up to set a screen, and just like we saw Holton take the ball away from the screen a little bit earlier, that's exactly what Marcel did there. Took the ball away from the screen and had a lane to the basket.
This time the foul will go against Houston Baptist. Anthony Hill picks up his first and the team's third. And I hesitate to say this, but I think the officials are letting him play tonight.
Yeah,
only 7 fouls called.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate there, I think.
Hubbard misses the
pretty
tip.
Clean play too.
Yeah. Hubbard misses the tip on the Hunsaker miss. Now the Huskies miss it, and Hunsaker with a rebound. Tried to get it to Geddes Robinson too far out front.
That's one of those tough angles. You know, Holton, I know that Coach Hunsaker works on that type of pass a lot in practice. He would have been better served to take it a little bit more, improve his angle by taking it over to the wing a little bit further to get that better angle. It's hard to pass it at, you know, kind of straight down, almost straight down the lane line in that situation.
Smith gives it over to Davis. Geddes Robinson with the offensive rebound. Zach Jones jumper. Nope. Geddes Robinson with a follow.
Yeah, mismatch there. Marcel Smith, whether or not Houston Baptist wasn't able to match up in transition or not, I think that's what they got caught with there. Marcel Smith trying to block out Geddes Robinson, didn't have a chance there. Geddes just went up and tapped it back in.
Collision underneath. Geddes Robinson trying to draw the charge as Smith crashes into him. They're going to call Geddes for the block. His first.
See the rotation. Geddes coming over here. Tough to see there if he was maybe inside that lane line or that half circle that's in there. Looked like he was in pretty good position. He took that right on the chest. Maybe the ref thought that he was kind of moving into it and maybe on the line or on the half circle there.
Keith Thompson back in. Zach Jones takes a seat. Taylor Brown makes his first appearance for the Wolverines. Isiah getting a break. With 4 and change left here in the first half. Well, just a bit short.
Yeah, just a bit short there. Did catch the rim.
Did it?
I believe so.
Hubbard, baseline pull-up jumper. Won't go. Picked up by Houston Baptist. Wolverines out 31-18. Got a couple of big runs, an 8-0 run and then a 10-0 run. Off the glass, Anthony Hill.
Nice job there of Anthony Hill reading the defense. A long skip pass. Taylor Brown tried to close out. So hard to do that on a smaller, fast player. But Anthony Hill with a nice read of the defense and pulled up short of Geddes Robinson and banked it in.
Feed inside to Geddes. Finds his way free and one.
Yeah, nice play. Wolverines ran a flex offense there, and they got it very quick there. A couple good screens, popping Geddes Robinson open.
3:07 left, first half. Wolverines now by 11 points.
Welcome to Utah Valley University, home to an educational philosophy that engages its students in hands-on, practical education. I invite you to learn more about one of Utah's largest, fastest growing, and most dynamic universities.
Dawn is breaking at Utah Valley University. 33,000 students are descending on campus. What are they after? Knowledge? Opportunity? They might be pursuing an MBA, an automotive certificate, or a bachelor's degree in philosophy. But despite their different paths, they share a common understanding.
(33-20). Wolverines now by 13 with 3:07 left first half. Geddes Robinson at the free throw line after that foul. The senior from Bronx gives the Wolverines a 14-point lead. Hubbard getting called for this foul.
Yeah, you know, something interesting here, I think they're talking about it. They counted that basket. I believe that the whistle was called. The whistle was blown before he went up. Speaking of Art Bernardi, before he went up for that second shot, and here we go. They are going to get 2 free throws here.
Yeah, the official originally signaled just 1. Now they're talking to each other, saying, "Okay, did it count or not?"
They did count the basket, and I think they are giving him 1 shot here.
Well, they haven't put it up on the scoreboard yet. It still says 34-20.
one of the reasons why we have just a little short break here, the officials are talking. I think the Wolverines have done a very nice job of, playing defense against the 2 leading scorers. You've got Marcus Davis, who only has 3 points, and then Art Bernardi. He hasn't scored yet going to the line here. Unless they count on that basket, they're going to give him those 2 points. But Wolverines have done a very nice job defensively the first half on those 2 players, as they've barely scored, and those are the 2 leading scorers for the Huskies. I think they did count that, right? We should just have 1 free throw here. They did count that basket.
Yeah, now it's finally up on the scoreboard. And they counted the free throw as well.
Yep.
34-23 now. Wolverines' lead is 11.
That's where we'd really be worried if they didn't count the free throw, right?
Yeah. Geddes lost the handle. Scramble. Hubbard pretty slow getting up. Alfonzo.
See Geddes Robinson get the ball, make a nice quick move. You're going to see the ball ping-ponging off a couple different players. I think a good call there.
Oh.
Alfonso looks like he got his ankle rolled up on.
Yeah, it looks like an offensive lineman, getting hit from behind there.
He's in. Oh, he is coming out. He did come out there, so.
Yeah, during that quick little break, Alfonso got out.
Nice play there out of bounds, as you just get Isiah getting that ball in and then just doing a quick little duck-in move.
Wolverine ball. 36-23 UVU. Isiah gives over to Holton. And back over to Geddes. Under 2 minutes now. Hanging jumper comes off the side of the backboard. HBU.
Yeah, pretty good defensive possession there for the Huskies. Probably their best one of the night. They forced the Wolverines on the perimeter the entire time and forced a tough shot there. Fadeaway jumper from Holton. Good defensive possession for the Huskies.
Reverse layup will not go for Bernardi. Here come the Wolverines. Keith Thompson. Are they going to count that one? No, they're going to say Keith Thompson charge.
Yeah, that's wow. Get a good replay here.
A little push off with the arm.
Looks like a little bit. I think that's probably what did it. I mean, we're not going to be able to see it from this angle, but I think they're probably going to get him on that little push off with the left hand, however subtle it may have been there. But a good aggressive move there, but official was sold on that. The defender going flying back after he sees just a slight, subtle move of the left arm.
Well, Bernardi got that one to go. 36-25. Coming up on the halftime here at the UCCU Center in Orem, Utah. Utah Valley looking for their 12th consecutive victory. Foul inside. Going to go against Houston Baptist Tyler Russell.
You're going to see Holt being very aggressive here. They didn't call that on the shot, so Wolverines are going to take the ball out of bounds. But you see this pressure from the Huskies. I've been impressed in the last couple of possessions. It seems like they've ratcheted up their defense a little bit, done a good job of putting pressure on the Wolverines on the perimeter, and caused the Wolverines a little bit of trouble as we see another turnover here off of that pressure. And they're going to, you see here their bench hollering to us over here. They're going to hold for the last shot here.
Down by 11. You'd like to go to the locker room just down single digits.
Yeah, and they fought their way back in. I mean, Wolverines were able to stretch that game out, but the Huskies, they fought their way back. They want to finish this half strong, try and get a basket here.
Russell can't get it to go. Nice play by Terry Bembry to bang the ball off Zach Jones out of bounds. So with 5.8 left, first half, HBU will have it underneath their glass. Shot clock obviously off. into Davis. It'll count if it goes, but it doesn't go. So we send the teams to the locker room. The Wolverines leading by 11, 36-25 here at the UCCU Center in Orem, Utah.
I'm Sylvia Bentley, an anthropology student at UVU studying ancient Peru, and this is my classroom. At UVU, I'm graduating with a diploma and a resume.
Welcome to Utah Valley University, home to an educational philosophy that engages its students in hands-on, practical education. I invite you to learn more about one of Utah's largest, fastest growing, and most dynamic universities.
Back at the UCCU Center in Orem, Utah. We're at halftime. Wolverines leading Houston Baptist by 11, 36-25 the score. Kind of a interesting first half. Jim McCullough along with Matt Peterson, your analysis, Mr. Analyst.
Well, kind of a back and forth.
I almost screwed that up, by the way.
Kind of a back and forth game here. You know, you had Houston Baptist come out early. You had the Wolverines stretch it out, you know, taking their largest lead out to 15 points. And then you get kind of a run put together there at the end of the first half by the Huskies, and, you know, fighting their way back in, down 11 points here at the half. So, you know, kind of a game of runs, kind of a game of stretches where both teams played well. So I think that's probably what we can look forward to in the second half, but that's what I see happening in that first half.
36-25 at halftime. This game, by the way, is being produced by students from UVU's Digital Media Department, also known as the DGM Department. They run the cameras, they run the audio, they produce it, they direct it. Everything you see, all the replays are done by students. If you're a student interested in sports broadcasting, this is the place to come. And by the way, the DGM Department is just one of 11 departments that are housed in the College of Technology and Computing, also known as TNC. They have a phenomenal program, 11 great programs that they kind of like to brag about. Take a look.
Here at UVU's College of Technology and Computing, also known as TNC, we don't spend a lot of time bragging, but I guess we could. We could brag about having one of the top 3 aviation programs in the entire country, turning out professional pilots and administrative personnel to work for airlines and private industry. Or we could brag about our national award-winning culinary arts program, with graduates who are going straight to glamorous jobs on cruise ships and in major restaurants, or who are opening their own restaurants. Or we could brag about our digital media students who are winning major awards even before they graduate. Or we could brag about our international efforts, sending TNC students all over the world, places like Mali and Russia and Namibia. Or we could brag about our computer science department, or our information systems and technology department as they continue to train some of the best and sharpest young minds in the state of Utah, using state-of-the-art technology in classrooms and computer labs. Or we could brag about our technology management program where students are always engaged in life-changing projects like using technology to assist those with disabilities. Or I guess we could brag about the fact that many of the CSI investigators and fire and rescue personnel in the state of Utah have gone through extensive training in our public services programs. Or I guess we could brag about our world land speed record car that was completely built and raced out of our highly acclaimed automotive department. Or we could brag about our high-tech electrical automation and robotic technology and mechatronics programs. Or our engineering graphics and design program, which is turning out some of the most advanced technicians in the state of Utah. Or we could brag about our construction technology students who help build Habitat for Humanity homes and just won first place at the National Association of Home Builders competition in Las Vegas. That's first place in the entire nation. Or we could brag about TNC students leading UVU to a first, second, or third place finish in the nation for 10 straight years at the National Skills USA competition. Or we could brag about the fact that many companies are discovering that when they hire our graduates, they get somebody who doesn't just know facts. They get a TNC graduate who has actually done it before. And that's because our TNC students are engaged, truly engaged, in actually doing things rather than just learning facts. So, even though there is a lot to brag about here at the College of Technology and Computing, we really don't like to brag much.
We're at halftime here at the UCCU Center. 36-25, Utah Valley out in front of Houston Baptist. We'll take a break, back with highlights and stats from the first half. You're watching exclusive coverage of Utah Valley University basketball right here on UVU TV.
Come join the student section and cheer for the mighty Wolverines. Mighty Athletic Wolverine League sports passes are now available. Your mall pass gets you tickets to every NCAA home game, free food at the tailgate parties, prizes at the games, and lots of new friends. Get more information on their Facebook page or by calling Campus Connection at 801-863-8797. Go UVU!
If you're serious about going to college and getting a head start on the process, come get a feel for what university life is like. UVU Days are designed with you in mind. UVU Days are department-specific events held on Saturdays that will allow you to become a student for a day. These events are free and breakfast and lunch are served. For more information, dates, and times, please visit our website at www.uvu.edu/future students. Come experience what UVU has to offer in your field of study.
Well, I guess I really got green fever when, I found out how Utah Valley University can get me a great education because...
Are you here for zombies? This is green fever. Zombies meets down the hall, room 1023.
Costa Vida was born on the beach, so the coast inspires how we prepare everything, from our crisp salads to our irresistible burritos. And with more fresh sauces and salsas to choose from, meals at Costa Vida are truly a custom experience. Costa Vida, the coast is calling.
Utah Valley leading Houston Baptist by 11 at halftime here at the UCCU Center. All right, Matt, you've had a little bit of time to look over some stats here. What do you think?
Yeah, take a look at the stats here for the Wolverines. 26 of 55 from the field, shooting 33% from the three-point line.
Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah,
the Wolverines are actually 15 of 33 from the field.
Yeah, you've got three-point field goals for the Wolverines, 3 of 5. and they are from the free throw line 3 of 5.
Correct.
You know, you look at what Houston Baptist has, shooting 31% from the field and 25% from the three-point line. Taking a look at some of the early highlights here, you see Holton Hunsaker with a couple early baskets here. He had the jumper from the baseline, also lined one up as we talked about that rhythm three-point shot. Get some good interior play there. We see Ben coming over, getting the block, but on that he did get called for the foul. I think he had some good play from the perimeter players for the Wolverines. Holton played well. Isiah Williams started off, played really well. And, you know, you also had Keith Thompson leading the way. Geddes Robinson subbed in after. And here we see the highlight of the game so far, the alley-oop from Isiah Williams to Keith Thompson. So overall, pretty good team effort from the Wolverines. Everybody came in, had 10 players play in the first half, which has been unusual on the season for the Wolverines. But I look for that. I look for a lot of these players to continue playing in the second half, and hopefully they'll be able to have the same success that they did in the first half.
All right, UVU has won 11 straight games. That is a school record, and it is the 4th longest winning streak currently in the nation. Kentucky is at number 1. I think they've won something like 19 straight. But the Wolverines doing pretty well, and from all indications look like they're on their way to victory number 12 in a row tonight.
Yeah. They've got a lot of work, obviously, to do with how the Huskies have fought their way back in and came back in this ball game. But, yeah, I mean, that's a great sign. Wolverines starting that run, you know, seems like ages ago, but they've continued their great play up until now. And, you know, they've got this game. We've talked about the game on Saturday that they have. We talked about the Great West Conference Tournament. So, you know, I'll guarantee you that they're going in and playing every single game with a lot of confidence. They've gone on the road, they've won games, and you know, they played very well here at home as well. So quite an impressive streak there for UVU, 11 straight wins. That's not easy to do.
In the first half, individual scoring went like this. Keith Thompson on the back end of that alley-oop finished with 9 points in the first half. Had a heck of a first half, really. That was the one where he wasn't expecting the pass at all. Keith Thompson finished with 9. Isiah Williams had 9. Holton Hunsaker had 7. Geddes Robinson 5 points, 6 rebounds in just 11 minutes. Alfonzo Hubbard started the game, played 14 minutes, had 4 points and 6 rebounds. Ben Aird 2 points, 2 rebounds. Kevin Woods, Zach Jones, Taylor Brown, Will Sinclair all played, did not score. Wolverines shoot 45% in the first half compared to Houston Baptist 31%. Houston Baptist led in scoring by Art Bernardi. He's got 8. Marcel Smith with 6. And again, if you joined us late, we talked about Rory Fannin. He usually relieves Ben Aird. Rory not available tonight due to a back problem. Second half coming up. Wolverines leading by 11.
Welcome to Utah Valley University, home to an educational philosophy that engages its students in hands-on, practical education. I invite you to learn more about one of Utah's largest, fastest growing, and most dynamic universities.
Come join the student section and cheer for the mighty Wolverines. Mighty Athletic Wolverine League sports passes are now available. Your mall pass gets you tickets to every NCAA home game, free food at the tailgate parties, prizes at the games, and lots of new friends. Get more information on their Facebook page or by calling Campus Connection at 801-863-8797. Go UVU!
Utah Valley looking to stay unblemished in Great West Conference action. 7-0 in Great West Conference play thus far. This game and 2 more regular season games left, both conference games after this one. Wolverines leading Houston Baptist 36-25 as we get set to start our second half here at the UCCU Center.
You know, one point I wanted to make, Jim, we talk about a lot of these stats. I guess a couple points I wanted to say is that the leading scorer for the Huskies, Marcus Davis, averages 12.5 points per game. He was held scoreless in that first half. So to me, that's a great job defensively from the Wolverines. Houston Baptist averages 16 threes a game on the season. They've only shot 4. The Wolverines average 18. They've only shot 5. So, you know, if the law of averages plays out here, we could see a lot of 3-point shots here in the second half.
Wolverines start the same 5 in the second half that they started in the first half. Isiah Williams, Holton, Hunsaker, Alfonzo Hubbardscored, Keith Thompson, and Ben Aird. Ben Aird blocks the shot from Lattice and gets the rebound. Nice start for Big Ben, showing why he leads this team in block shots. In fact, Ben is number 2 in the conference with 1.5 blocks a game. Isiah misses the 3. Tyler Russell pulls down the board for HBU. Floater inside, a little too hard. Hubbard takes a little bit of a fall. It'll be Wolverine ball. Foul on Lattice.
Yeah, you're going to see here the shot go up, and watch Lattice come crashing in there. Alfonso did a nice job of at least getting his body in the way, and Lattice just moved him out of the way. But, you know, nice job of Alfonso at least getting in the way there.
Welcome to the starting lineup.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to be in there, and you know, he was in position, and nice job of blocking out.
Lattice listed at 6'11", 275. Big Ben, little jump hook right over the top of Lattice.
Yeah, that's what we saw in the first half. Early on, they're trying to get Ben the ball, trying to get it inside, you know, make Lattice defend him. You know, I don't think Ben's going to be able to go through Lattice, but it looks like so far, some of these plays, Ben has the ability to go over top of Lattice.
Lattice comes right back, pays him back. Wow, it's quite a big man battle we got going all of a sudden. That basket by Ben Aird was his first of the game, by the way. His other 2 points coming from the free throw line. Lattice now 2 of 3 from the floor. Hunsaker gives over to Hubbard. Inside Ben, lost the handle on the way up. They're going to say he was fouled.
Nice design play there here. You get some down screen set from Ben Aird and then Keith Thompson. You get Alfonso with the ball at the high post there. And we don't see it there, but what's happening is Isiah Williams is setting a back pick, just setting a back screen right underneath the rim there, and that's what allowed Ben Aird to come open underneath. So, you know, a lot of good things going throughout that entire possession. And, you know, Isiah finishing off with that good back screen.
Marcel Smith picking up his first foul of the game and the second team foul against HBU here in the second half. Less than 2 minutes in. Big Ben gets them both. Smith feeding inside, gets it back. Hunsaker with the steal. He's fouled from behind. That time, Marcel Smith just reached in and stopped Holton from a breakaway. His second, team's third. And just like that, Marcel Smith will take a seat. Big Joe Lattice will also come to the bench.
You know, we see Joe Lattice give Ben a nice little brush off there as he's walking off the court, but we don't see Lattice play in those long stretches. We obviously see how big he is. You know, he's usually in for 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes at the most in these stretches of the game, and we've got Art Bernardi now forced to guard Ben Aird and see if they look to go inside to him.
Well, Ben's way outside with it. Wide open Hunsaker missed it. Hubbard fought for it, but Russell came away with it. He'll take it all the way. Tyler Russell, freshman out of Goodyear, Arizona, averaging just under 12 points a game. Well, you know, we shouldn't have mentioned in the first half how cleanly it was played, because now all of a sudden here in the second half, we're what, 2.5 minutes into this thing, we've already had 4 fouls called, and all 4, by the way, against Houston Baptist.
Here you
until
see
now.
The replay there. Nice job of Isiah Williams not fouling. Holton came in, tried to swipe the ball away, not fouling as well. But yeah, Houston Baptist has picked up some quick early fouls.
Isiah missed that one. Weak side rebound, KT. Ben started to go, was stripped. Another Houston Baptist foul. This will be the 5th team foul in less than 3 minutes on Houston Baptist to start the second half. Now, that's really not good news if you're a Houston Baptist fan, because Utah Valley, excellent free throw shooting team. In fact, Holton Hunsaker himself 4th in the nation from the free throw line. Utah Valley not a team you really want to put at the free throw line in a game. Hunsaker floater in the lane. Houston Baptist with a rebound. That was Bernardi. Tyler Russell, nice baseline drive.
And Tyler Russell being very aggressive here in the second half. He's trying to take the ball to the basket. He's not settling for any outside shot. You saw him the previous possession with the layup in transition, and that time able to get around Alfonzo Hubbard on the baseline and lays it up. And then also Houston Baptist cut the lead down to 9 points here.
Big Ben, long jumper from outside. For a 6'10" guy, that's a long shot.
Yeah, and he can really stretch the floor, and that presents a lot of problems because you're pulling your big guards out, you're pulling your big guys out to guard him, leaving that paint and that inside open. But you got to get out and guard him because he can make that shot. Just stretches the floor out, makes your offense so much more unpredictable and hard to guard.
Bembry with the drive. Wolverines come away with it. 2-on-2. Isiah layup. Oh, they almost called a block that time, but Isiah will just get the lay-in. Hunsaker makes the steal at midcourt. Ahead to Hubbard. Nice move. Cannot get it down. And HBU comes away with it. Hubbard mad at himself for missing that one.
Yeah, tough play there, but a nice steal from Holton in transition, and you see him just lob that ball up in perfect position there for Alfonzo to come right under it. Tough shot, wasn't able to get the finish.
It's going to be a 2-shot foul. The first foul against the Wolverines of this half, and that'll bring us to our first media timeout. 15.5 minutes to play. Wolverines out in front by 13 points.
I never used to care about college sports. I mean, I go to a game or two, but it's mainly for social reasons, you know?
And how has green fever affected your school spirit?
I never miss a sporting event. You got NCAA baseball, softball, basketball, golf, wrestling, soccer, volleyball. I'm memorizing stats. I'm dreaming about Wolverines. I just bought a pet Wolverine. It tore my dad's favorite shoe. It was wicked awesome. No, I don't play sports. I wouldn't want to make the athletes envious. I don't mess around, man.
Bus pass, $5. UVU t-shirt so you can impress the ladies, $25. iPod Nano, $120. A degree from UVU so you can afford your own car someday. Priceless. For everything else, there's student loans.
See the tough drive here from Tyler Russell. Alfonzo Hubbard coming over, Keith Thompson coming over there, getting called for the foul.
They called the foul on Hubbard.
Yeah. Maybe they called with the body there and looked pretty clean from up top.
Alfonzo Hubbard, the only player for either team with 3 fouls or more. That's his 3rd.
And that goes back to that aggressiveness that we're seeing from Tyler Russell. You know, he's not settling for anything outside. He averaged 11.5 points a game, so you know that he has scoring ability. And you know, he's been aggressive, and we've seen a couple players defending him, and he's had some success.
The lead is 12 for UVU. Their biggest lead has been 15. That was in the first half. Houston Baptist jumped out to a 5-0 lead in this game before UVU went on an 8-0 run. UVU has not trailed since. Isiah Williams finds KT wide open for a long three. They're going to give it to the Wolverines.
Yeah, that was a nice diagonal pass there, and Keith was set. That looked good from where we were sitting, just rimmed out there. And when Houston Baptist puts all this pressure on the perimeter, as we see them doing, whether it be you've got Art Bernardi guarding Ben out at the perimeter, they're pressuring. They're putting a lot of pressure on the perimeter players. Wolverines can kind of take the pressure off themselves by going to the basket and remaining aggressive.
HBU trying to set up their offense. Trailing by 11. It's a much different game this time than it was at Houston, where the lead just went back and forth. UVU coming away with a 2-point victory that night. Holton Hunsaker with the three. Hunsaker's into double figures with 10 points.
Wolverines are so deadly, Jim. We've seen that all season long when they can get out and run like that. When they can get that ball outletted quick. We got a tough three-point shot coming back from Anthony Hill, but when the Wolverines get that ball outletted and they're out and running, they're so good and they're so hard to defend, and that last three-point shot from Holton was proof of that.
Just under 14 minutes left in this one. Geddes Robinson dishes off to KT, and one. A foul going to go against Jonathan Evans.
This is a little, we see the finish here from Keith Thompson, but this is kind of an interior post-man, two-man game, because Keith Thompson kind of came off of what looked like almost just a rub screen, trying to knock off Geddes Robinson's defender as he was posting up, and then when Geddes got that ball, they doubled to Geddes, and Keith was wide open under the basket. Good unselfish pass, but kind of that inside two-man game, trying to spring your teammate, and then Geddes able to reward Keith with the easy dump off.
Keith Thompson, 12 points, coming off 13 in his last game against Montana Tech 10 days ago. Wolverines not looking well. Been called for the foul, maybe. It looked like a clean block. Nope, the foul is actually going to go against Geddes Robinson. Down low, I guess.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how Joe Lattis was going to get this shot off. Watch how many Wolverines are in the paint right in the middle. You're going to see 4 of them right there.
Geddes from behind.
Yeah, looked like got all ball there, but everybody, when that ball went into the paint, everybody surrounded Joe Lattis. And
so now we'll see what kind of a free throw shooter Joe Lattis is. 59% on the season. Senior from Cleveland, Ohio. I asked Ben Aaron about going up against Joe Lattis, who was 6'11", 275. He said, look, I weigh 265. There's no way Lattis is 275.
Yeah. You know, he looks like a big offensive lineman. I mean,
he's a big boy. Yeah.
He's got those tattoos that make him look like he could be an offensive lineman in the NFL. You can see the strength that he has, and
unfortunately, he won't have any eligibility left.
Yeah,
Houston Baptist is starting a football team.
Yeah, remember we had seen that and talked a little bit about that. So they would have come to him and asked him if he wanted a spot on the team. And it's just hard. I mean, you got to give a lot of respect to Ben for the defenses he's played, as well as Geddes, because it's so hard to move him off the spot. It's so hard to defend him when he's, players like that are big and strong and have strength that it's hard to play against. But I think Ben has done a very admirable job tonight, as he's been mashed up on Lattis most of the night.
The game within the game. It's been kind of fun to watch those two. They're still battling in there. Look at that. Wolverines by 13. And Geddes Robinson being called for another foul. Maybe Geddes trying a little too hard, make a point, not being able to start tonight for whatever reason.
Maybe pressing just a little bit. I mean, that looked to me like one of his normal plays. I know he was surprised to get called for the foul, but when that shot goes up, it's his normal instinct to go right to the basket, and just got a little bit of contact on Marcus Davis.
Geddes that time really thought he had a clean block on Tyler Russell. Back-to-back-to-back fouls on Geddes Robinson. His fourth foul.
We didn't see earlier on there. I didn't catch what had happened there for the Wolverines, but I can't imagine that's what they wanted, as far as maybe there was a switch off where Tyler Russell was being guarded by Geddes Robinson. Tyler Russell definitely has the quickness advantage there, and we've seen him time and time again get that baseline side. He gets the baseline side. He tries to go, we use that backboard as protection, tried to go up and under there. And yeah, geez, Geddes Robinson played a tough stretch there, got called for, as you said, back-to-back-to-back fouls.
Geddes Robinson takes a seat. Kevin Woods into the lineup. Senior from Bloomington, Illinois. A 12-point lead for the Wolverines with 12:45 left. So at this point, you've got 3 guards in the game for the Wolverines: Hunsaker, Isiah Williams, and Kevin Woods.
Yeah, I think they've gone with that smaller lineup, obviously, to combat the smaller lineup that the Huskies have.
And as soon as we say that, Ben goes inside, gets it to go.
See, you just spread the floor. I mean, that's what the Wolverines did. They had Holton and Kevin and Isiah all around the perimeter there. Look how much space Ben had there. You had players coming in, Marcus Davis coming in. You had Anthony Hill forced to come in, but they can just spread the floor. Ben can get position, and he has that ability to create his own shot.
Foul called against Anthony Hill, his third. Free throw from Big Ben. 53-38, Wolverines. 12.5 left. 2 games left for the Wolverines in the regular season. 48 hours from now, they'll be hosting Texas Pan American with a chance to clinch the Great West Conference regular season championship for the 2nd consecutive year. On the drive, shot will not go that time for Tyler Russell. And Kevin Woods called for the foul. His first, team's 5th.
We see the play there where Tyler Russell was able to spin off of the defense there of Kevin Woods. He's been that spark that the Huskies have needed here in the second half. He's definitely got them where they wanted. He's been aggressive, being able to get to the line and create those opportunities.
UVU's lead is 13 again. Hunsaker looking for an opening. HBU comes away with a Wolverine turnover. Marcus Davis on the drive, can't get it to go. Lattice is there for the follow.
Nice play there from both players, from Marcus Davis and Joe Lattice following up. Always love to see your big men following up, and obviously hard to get back in transition off of the turnover there.
This little 4-0 run that HBU is on is the first time since they led 5-0 that they've scored 4 consecutive points without the Wolverines scoring. 11.5 minutes left here at the UCCU Center. Timeout on the floor. 53-42. Wolverines out in front by 11. Wolverines on the road at North Dakota on the 3rd. That's a Saturday game. That'll be the afternoon game a week from this upcoming Saturday. That'll be a radio-only game for UVU fans. Then the following Friday is when they'll play their first round game of the Great West Conference tournament to be held in Chicago. Don't know yet who they'll play. Don't know if they're going to be seeded number 1 or number 2. But we do know they'll play Friday. And that will be an afternoon game. Holton Hunsaker, running point guard for UVU from North Salt Lake City, Utah. Played at Woods Cross High School. Great West Conference honorable mention last year. served an LDS mission in Fiji. Originally signed with Louisiana Tech, went on that mission to Fiji, decided, you know what, I want to play for Dad. So when he got back, came to UVU. Started every game since. 59 straight games. Holton Hunsaker started here at Utah Valley now. Just a sophomore.
Yeah, you know, it's pretty amazing to think all last year, this year, and 2 more years following this.
The Wolverines turn it over. Brings us to immediate timeout. This time we will take it with them. Wolverines by 11.
Utah Valley University. Your life, your beat, your university.
The mighty athletic Wolverine League has cheered their Wolverines right now out to an 11-point lead over Houston Baptist. A game that has seen UVU lead by as many as 15. Right now they lead it by 11, 53-42. Just 40% shooting for Utah Valley in the second half, Matt.
Yeah, they definitely haven't shot the ball that well in the second half, as you pointed out, whereas Houston Baptist shooting 50% here in the second half. But you know, they're able to stretch out the lead. They've got the same halftime lead that they have at 11 points.
Lattice misses inside. Benaird with the rebound. Hunsaker to Hubbard. Layup.
Yeah, there's that transition that we're talking about. I mean, Holton got that ball out on the wing. Alfonzo Hubbard was already past half court, just kind of gathering himself of how he wanted to set up that shot, and Holton with a perfect pass. Nice catch and finish there from Alfonso.
Hubbard's got 6 points and 7 rebounds tonight. Just his 3rd start of the season. Almost halfway done here through the second half. Block shot, and at midcourt, Holton Hunsaker foul. That one's going to be called against Jonathan Evans. His first. Well, make it his second. Scoreboard showing 1. Wow, clean block by Holton.
Yeah, you see Holton with the block.
Holton Hunsaker, not really known as a shot blocker. I mean, this is a kid who can nail it from outside. Holton on the season.
That was his first block.
Yeah, his first block.
Well, as a guard, you don't get many opportunities, but hey, that first block on the season.
That will go on the highlight reel,
yes,
right?
Yes, it will. That's definitely going to be in our highlights.
I bet your highlight reel's like 3 hours long, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. Should be a lot shorter.
A lot of slow-mos in there, man. 57-42. Hunsaker, as we mentioned earlier, one of the best free throw shooters in the nation.
I think Holton has one more block than I did my entire career.
Oh, no. You're being too modest now. As tall as you are, Matt, come on. Holton going for the steal. Just pestering the heck out of Jonathan Evans. 5 seconds to shoot. Tyler Russell took it. Here come the Wolverines back the other way. KT to Isiah. Lost the handle. Huskies coming back. They got numbers this time. Marcel Smith finishes it off. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 158 159 1 57-44.
You see the game kind of picking up tempo here. Wolverines getting a little sloppy on the offensive end. Good here for them to pull that ball out, slow it down just a little bit to get that tempo back in their favor.
Isiah Williams got separation but could not get the shot to go. Houston Baptist with a rebound. Here comes Marcus Davis. And Marcus Davis is going to be at the free throw line as sophomore Holton Hunsaker called for the block. His first, team sixth.
Yeah, Holton did a great job getting back in transition. I think the correct call here is you see Marcus Davis make that spin move. It's pretty impressive what the Wolverines have done defensively against Marcus Davis. You know, there's his first point of the game, leading scorer for the Huskies, coming off the bench, leading the team in scoring, and he scores his first points with just over 9 minutes left in the second half. So, you know, good team effort, always being aware of where he is on the court, and you know they've held him in check.
We haven't said much about Marcus Davis. He's the team's leading scorer, leading rebounder on the season coming in here. The junior out of Glendale, Arizona. He's at the free throw line. He had 14 points in the first game against UVU. Pretty quiet tonight, though.
You see this, we've seen this pretty much all game, kind of this extended pressure that Houston Baptist has. With the lead that the Wolverines have, 11 points here, they just got to make sure that they take care of that ball. One of the things that can hurt you here is you get a foul called there, and this is good for the Wolverines because they're going to go to the free throw line.
That's the 9th team foul against HBU.
Just make sure you take care of the ball, no careless passes, because that gives Houston Baptist the opportunity to get out and run. And if you take care of the ball and get yourself into positions like they just did, good things will happen. They'll get to end up at the line.
Isiah Williams' first trip to the free throw line tonight. And he'll have 2 chances on the 1-on-1. On the season, Isiah, 82% free throw shooter. Second best on the team, but normally 82% is great, except when Holton Hunsaker's out there at 91% plus.
Definitely that's been an aid to them in this season when those games get close. You know, it's usually in Holton's hands, it's usually in Isiah's hands, and you know, if they get fouled, it's an asset when you can put someone at the line knowing that they got a great opportunity to make that and they shoot such a high percentage.
Bernardi on the lob inside. Had players front and back, and they're going to call this one a Holton Hunsaker.
Holton did a great job coming over and giving that initial defense. Pretty amazing how that happened because Holton didn't foul that first shot, but then the ball seemed to go right back into his hands, and Holton was right there. I think he kind of dropped his hands a little bit, and that's where he got called. Great initial defense, but it's so hard to defend against that offensive rebound when it comes right back to you. Holton was put in a helpless position.
Bernardi, 6'9", Holton Hunsaker, 6 foot.
Yeah, you see
maybe Holton was going for another block. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Another block shot.
You saw Holton with his hands straight up. I mean, that makes him bigger, obviously, but just so hard to defend that when that ball, when you shoot that shot and it comes right back into your hands. You know, the rebounder virtually has no shot, no opportunity.
Bernardi misses them both. Look at that pass inside from Hubbard to Ben, who misses.
A couple good screens set there. There was a great pass. I believe it was Keith Thompson that passed that in. That's a play that the Wolverines normally run. A good screen, a good cross screen that was set from Isiah Williams coming across on Big Joe Lattice there. We've seen Ben have a lot of opportunities close at the rim, unable to finish tonight, but Alfonzo finishes on that one.
Alfonzo Hubbard, 8 points. Jumper outside for 3. Ben Air with the rebound. Outlet pass. Look at that to Hubbard. Wide open the other end. Showtime.
That's the second time this half we've seen Alfonso see that ball is secured and he's out and running. Both times he's got that ball and been rewarded.
Keith Thompson almost came away with a pick. Instead, the floater inside, no. Holton Hunsaker with it. He'll get it ahead to Keith Thompson. And that's just as acrobatic as an alley-oop.
Yeah, and that's a tough play because you had number 11 coming back there, Anthony Hill. And he was definitely coming back trying to swipe at that ball. Keith did a nice job of collecting himself, you know, not trying to make the fancy play, just make the solid play, and that's definitely what he did.
And, you know, Keith Thompson shaken up. I don't think he wanted the ball.
Yeah, I think he got hit in the face.
He was
on
hurt.
the play before because he didn't come back across half court. You know, he got hit in the face on the previous possession, and so probably a little surprised to get the ball, but a good finish. You see the previous play, Alfonzo out and running.
And there's Keith Thompson's finish when he was hurting. I don't know how he was hurt. You're saying he got hit in the face. I didn't even see that happen.
Yeah, I think there was kind of a scramble out. I think it was Jonathan Evans who was in at the time. As Keith and Jonathan were battling for that ball at half court, I think he caught an inadvertent, you know, hand or elbow is what it looked like to me.
Yeah. Wolverines on another 8-0 run. They had one in the first half. They had a 10-0 run in the first half as well. Houston Baptist really has just not been able to get much closer than 11 points since the Wolverines blew it open in that first half. 7 and change left here at the UCCU Center. Lattice to Hill. Talking about acrobatic moves, Hill puts it up and in.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect Joe Lattice passing it to Anthony Hill in that type of fashion. You'd expect the vice versa, Anthony Hill passing it to Joe Lattice, but good passing skills from Joe, and as you said, acrobatic finish there from Anthony Hill.
Ben, he'll take that jumper. Oh, he missed that one. Well, if Holton can block shots, Ben can hit long-range jumpers, right? Foul away from the ball inside as Keith Thompson and Art Bernardi got tangled up. Officials jump in quickly. Now Ben Aird and Marcus Davis having some words. That'll bring us to a timeout, and it's a good timeout because both teams got some players that need some cooling off. 65-48 Wolverines.
Dawn is breaking at Utah Valley University. 33,000 students are descending on campus. What are they after? Knowledge? Opportunity? They might be pursuing an MBA, an automotive certificate, or a bachelor's degree in philosophy. But despite their different paths, they share a common understanding.
Think back to when you were a child. What did you dream of becoming as an adult? A pilot? A teacher? A nurse? Maybe a mathematician? A mechanic? Or a scientist? Now imagine a place where everyone is focused on your success. Imagine an education that is personal, engaging, fun, and professional. With an education from UVU, all of this becomes true. Utah Valley University. It's your dream. It's your university.
Utah Valley looking for their 12th win in a row. 6.5 minutes away from that, leading Houston Baptist 65-48. Utah Valley's out-rebounded them 39-28. .45% shooting for Utah Valley, just 36% here in the second half for Houston Baptist. All 5 starters for Utah Valley in double figures. Keith Thompson 14, Isiah Williams 13, Holton Hunsaker 12, Ben Aird 11, Alfonzo Hubbard 10. Off the bench, Geddes Robinson 5 points, 6 rebounds.
One point I wanted to make here, Jim, is you do have those 5 bench points only for the Wolverines, and you know, you just mentioned that those 5 points came from Geddes Robinson, who normally is a starter. Now, the last game against Montana Tech, the entire game we went without a point from the bench. I would say it's really a concern for the Wolverines going forward, but you know, you obviously want to see some more bench production rather than have your starters or your first sub in carry the load, and that's definitely been an issue. 5 points off the bench in the last 2 games, I think has to be, an item that the Wolverines discuss and talk about.
Six and a half minutes left. Bernardi will be at the free throw line for Houston Baptist. Well, now we got a little discussion, a little huddle out there.
Yeah.
You've been out there before. What's happening?
I think what they're doing is just trying to talk, calm players down, because you did have a very physical possession that last one, a little tie-up between Keith Thompson and Art Bernardi. Probably just telling, hey, calm down, cool down a little bit there, and probably collect yourselves. And they're probably making a point. Hey, we're going to be watching for that type of activity, so don't put yourself in that position.
Bernardi misses it. Keith Thompson pulls down his 7th rebound of the evening. By the way, Keith Thompson just 1 rebound shy of a season high, or tying a season high. Hubbard backdoor cut. Great assist, Ben Air.
Yeah, great play and run there. We've seen that from the Wolverines a lot tonight. Some good plays drawn up in the huddle because they come out and they execute them. Just a simple play, getting Ben at the elbow. Alfonzo comes up like he's going to get the ball, and just a strong back cut, and Ben rewards him, and Alfonzo with the good finish.
Alfonso's got 12 points. Lob inside. Bernardi finishes.
Yeah, Holton Hunsaker was fronting Bernardi there, and so you had to have help defense on the pass over the top. Benner just a little bit late on the rotation.
Joining us late, Houston Baptist scored the first 5 points of the game, led 5-0. Utah Valley went on an 8-0 run and has not trailed since. UVU led at halftime by 11. 36-25 was the score. That foul against Art Bernardi, his second. So Isiah Williams will be at the free throw line again, where he's perfect 2 of 2 so far.
I've made mention of this several times. You see a lot of games in this situation where you've got 5.5 minutes left. If there's ever going to be a run put together to get you back in, it's got to start now. So, with Houston Baptist, you may see that pressure extended. You may see some traps. You may see some double teams. You may see them take up their defensive aggressiveness just a notch. So the Wolverines just take care of the ball, know that Houston Baptist is going to come in, try and swipe that ball away every opportunity that they can, because they know they have to make a run if they're going to get back in, however difficult it may be down 19.
The first game between these two, 2.5 weeks ago, Wolverines won it 68-66. They've already got 69 here tonight. Baseline jumper short. Ben picks up the loose ball. Wolverines out by 19. This matches their biggest lead of the game. 5 minutes left here at the UCCU Center. Utah Valley currently on the nation's #4 longest winning streak. Turnover. Davis went up for the slam. Hunsaker tried to draw the charge. That ball went deep into the stands. Hunsaker called for the foul.
Pretty athletic move there. Wasn't expecting that. I mean, you see Holton trying to slide over into position there. Once again, we couldn't really see if the foot was inside or if they just called it a block. Holton looked like he was moving just a little bit. But you got to point to the fact that, hey, at least he was willing to get in there and take that charge. Good effort play there from Holton.
Marcus Davis, Houston Baptist leading scorer on the season, now with just 3 points in the game, and all of them have come from the free throw line. He's yet to make a shot from the floor. Make it 4. 69-52. Davis 0 for 6 from the floor. Keith Thompson played a whale of a game. Starting 5 for the Wolverines on the floor right now. Holton trying to get something going inside. Whistle's going to go against Houston Baptist. Bernardi's going to be called for the block. His third.
Yeah, see, Wolverines, that whole possession, they're trying to just spread the court out. They're trying to use the clock. They've got the lead. They're just trying to get catches around the perimeter, work that clock down, and when you have an opportunity drive, and perfect scenario there, get the drive, get the foul, and go into the free throw line.
Holton, a perfect 3 of 3 now from the stripe, 13 points overall. Holton on the season has made 84 of 92 free throws. Fourth best in the nation percentage-wise. And the streak continues. 71-52. Back to a 19-point lead. Coming up on 4 minutes left in this one. Wolverines looking to go 13-2 at home this season. Bernardi couldn't finish on the drive. Geddes Robinson back into the game for UVU with those 4 personal fouls. You know, with this big a lead and your starters out there, it might be that Coach Hunsaker's Bernardi fouled by a Big Ben. It might be that Coach Hunsaker's trying just to shake off the rust after a 10-day layoff.
Yeah, I think you want to keep them in. You're going to see these subs coming in here pretty soon, I would guess.
Media timeout. We'll take it with them. 3:41 left. Wolverines by 19.
I'm Joe Luce, an anthropology student at UVU, and this is my classroom. At UVU, I'm sharpening my mind and my skills.
I'm Patty Garcia, a geology student at UVU, and this is Engaged Learning. At UVU, I'm learning by doing.
Yeah, I'd say that's a foul.
Yeah, Ben didn't want to give up the layup there. Too hard Bernardi on the fast break after he came up with it on the steal.
Third personal on Ben Aird. So Ben with 3 fouls, Alfonzo Hubbard with 3, and Holton Hunsaker with 3. Alfonzo Hubbard, the only one of those 3 on the bench. Geddes Robinson replacing him, and Geddes is out there with 4 fouls.
One stat that sticks out to me here, I know we still have a little bit of game left, but you know, on the season, Houston Baptist averages 42.4% from the field. Tonight, the Wolverines have held them to 33%. You know, that was one of the things we mentioned in the pregame, how they average 75 points a game, one of the higher scoring teams. But the Wolverines have done a great job with their field goal defense, and you know, to this point, holding them under their season average by 22 points.
Yeah, they're the #1 scoring team in the conference, number 34 in the nation. UVU basketball.
So you see Houston Baptist jumping in those passing lanes, trying to go for steals.
Like that?
That's what we get.
Davis showing some quickness tracking down that ball, saving it from going out of bounds. And the Huskies, that time inside Art Bernardi, shuffle those feet. Coming up on 3 minutes left. Holton Hunsaker got the rebound, laying flat on his back off the block, but Geddes Robinson follows. Jumper back the other way, buried by Terry Bembry. So UVU's 20-point lead back to 18. Less than 2.5 left. Wolverines have not lost a basketball game since Wyoming came in here and did a 76-60 number on the Wolverines on January 3rd. One more game for the Wolverines in February. They'll be undefeated in the month of February and only lost one in January.
Yeah, playing great basketball, playing really good ball at the moment. I thought it was Holton Hunsaker that ended up on the floor there. Did they not call the foul? Or they called it beforehand. Ben Ayer's going to the line.
Ben Ayer tonight, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. He's got 12 points overall. That's unofficial. Back to a 20-point lead. There's a long three. Wolverines will run their record to 19-10. More importantly, 8-0 in conference. And that nation's 4th best winning streak continues. It'll be 12 straight now. Geddes Robinson will have a chance to shoot some free throws after that foul against him. They called that one on Bembry. 1:47 left. Geddes Robinson, who's averaged a double-double most of the season, just dropped off in the last game when he only had 2 points and 2 rebounds. So came in here averaging 9.9 points a game and 10.1 rebounds a game. Isiah Williams is done. He'll take a seat. Isiah finishes with 15 points. Again, these are unofficial. Geddes can't get it to go. Trying his best to track down the miss. Coach Dick Hunsaker clears his bench. Starters are done. Keavi Enos makes his first appearance of the night, along with Taylor Brown, Will Sinclair, Zach Jones, Kevin Woods. They'll mop up this last $141. Very impressive performance tonight by the Wolverines at home. One home game left in this season, coming up 48 hours from now. Utah Valley will entertain Texas Pan American. Utah Valley now has clinched a tie for the regular season championship with Texas Pan American. So if they come out victorious in the game coming up in 2 days, they will be the 2011-2012 Great West Conference regular season champions for the 2nd consecutive year. Kevin Woods.
Yeah, pretty quick turnaround too. You know, obviously the Wolverines have 1 day to prepare. Really, I mean, you got Saturday and what takes place on Saturday, shoot-arounds and whatnot, but they'll have to put this one behind them and come in tomorrow, get ready. I mean, obviously they played previously and are going to be prepared for that, so have to have all their attention, all their focus turned immediately to that next game.
Fouls on Kevin Woods. Terry Bembry will be at the line. Bembry scoreless tonight. Not anymore. And Terry Bembry had 17 points in the first game between these two. He was the leading scorer. So whatever Utah Valley did to stop Terry Bembry, it worked.
Yeah, and I think, you know, the same can be said, as we've mentioned several times, the same can be said for Marcus Davis. You know, that those are those players that the Huskies look for all season for scoring, and they just didn't get it. They didn't get it tonight, and Wolverines, we've talked about how well they played defensively, but yeah, good team effort, good individual efforts defensively on the players that were matched up on their top scorers different points throughout the game.
Shot clock's off. Wolverines can burn it unless Houston Baptist decides to foul. Wolverines have won 19 games for their second consecutive season. 8-0 in Great West Conference play. Last year they only lost one Great West Conference game. They've got 2 to go. Final score, Utah Valley wins it by 19 points, 75-56. Very impressive performance tonight.
Yeah, I think a good win coming off, as we talked about, that 10-day layoff, and Wolverines were well prepared. You know, Houston Baptist probably didn't play as good as they wanted to, or as well as they wanted to tonight, but Wolverines are doing well.
All right, we'll throw it to a quick commercial. When we come back, we'll talk to Coach Dick Hunsaker. Wolverines win it 75-56.
Welcome to Utah Valley University, home to an educational philosophy that engages its students in hands-on, practical education. I invite you to learn more about one of Utah's largest, fastest growing, and most dynamic universities.
Come join the student section and cheer for the Mighty Wolverines. Mighty Athletic Wolverine League sports passes are now available. Your mall pass gets you tickets to every NCAA home game, free food at the tailgate parties, prizes at the games, and lots of new friends. Get more information on their Facebook page or by calling Campus Connection at 801-863-8797. Go UVU!
Back at the UCCU Center, the Wolverines have won their 12th game in a row. This one a 75-56 win over Houston Baptist. Here at home, the Wolverines, with the victory, clinch at least a share of the Great West Conference regular season championship. We're joined courtside now with Coach Dick Hunsaker. Congratulations, Coach, on the victory. 12 in a row. I'm not sure the Wolverines have ever done this before in their history, and so it's a great thing, and the team's playing well.
Thank you, Jim. We played hard, particularly early in the game. We make some tough decisions at times, and you know, basketball is not a perfect game. It's a game of errors, but it's a game. The team that makes the least amount of errors is going to find success. And we just made some plays at times that were a bit frustrating, but we did battle. We fought. We got very good play out of a number of individuals tonight. As you can see, the first 5 in the balanced scoring that came to the game. And we knocked some balls loose, turned balls into baskets in transition. Should have turned a couple more into baskets, to be frank about it. But those are big things for our team. If our team can score balls, find a way to get the offensive board, get to the free throw line, get a ball, get a bucket out of our defense, it just means the world to our team, because it just makes the game come so much easier for us rather than have to grind and earn. Because this team can do things. This team can grind a little bit. You know, it's not the best grinding team, but it's got ability to grind a basket or two out of a game, and it also has the ability to get an open floor and move the ball and do some things from that manner. But overall, I was pleased with the hustle. You know, the 12-day layoff and 10-day layoff is really a very difficult scenario. All falls back into who we are, and we got to play through it. Nobody really cares. And you know, so I give the kids credit for that, because you know, we had not played since Monday the 13th, and I believe it was the 23rd. So that's 10 days.
10 days.
And this stage of the season, that's a long time. How do you practice? You practice too hard. You practice too soft. You know.
How did you guys practice?
Well, we tried to do a little bit of both and try to learn. And I thought a year ago, I was absolutely too soft. You know, I had a team that was fragile relative to numbers and young. And this year, when we get on the court, we are going to work and work hard. And so it worked out. I got some guys that were winded, guys that were playing minutes, guys for whatever reasons I can't comprehend. You know, a couple errors that happened, lack of effort. But anyway, thank you.
Congratulations, Coach.
See everybody on Saturday. Bye now.
Terrific win. Wolverines win at 75-56. They've now won 12 games in a row for the first time in their history. Let me go over some individual stats here before Matt jumps back down and wraps this one up with me. Alfonzo Hubbard, 12.7 rebounds. Keith Thompson, 14.7 rebounds. Ben Aird, 13.7 rebounds. Holton Hunsaker, 14.7 rebounds. 4 guys with 7 rebounds each. Isiah Williams, 15 points. And off the bench, Geddes Robinson'seight, 7 points, 8 rebounds. All right, Matt, you're looking at the team stats here. What do you think?
Well, once again, I think that percentage that the Wolverines, you know, that's pretty amazing. They held them to 18 field goals the game. Wolverines had 27. You know, we didn't see as many three-pointers that we thought throughout the game, but you know, just Wolverine defense. I think that's what it was all about to me. The Wolverine defense held Houston Baptist, did not allow them to score, and that's really what keyed them to the victory. You know, they had some good scoring performances, but you know, that defense to me said it all, and was what got them the victory.
Along with those points that we just went over, by the way, the line on Holton Hunsaker is pretty amazing. 14 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists, and a block shot, and 2 steals.
Yeah.
And the most impressive thing is you like the block shot, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, that was great. Yeah, I thought, you know, Keith Thompson played very well too. You had 4 Wolverine players who had 7 rebounds. So, you know, balanced effort top to bottom. And, you know, Wolverines have got to be feeling confident each game that they pick up going forward. One more home game and then the tournament.
That's going to do it for us. Wolverines win 12 in a row. Very impressive performance tonight. Final score, 75-56. This broadcast was produced by students from the Digital Media Department here at UVU. This has been a copyrighted production of Utah Valley University and the UVU Sports Network. For Matt Peterson, I'm Jim McCullough saying so long from Orem, Utah.